Welcome to part 2 of our aquatic plant series. I'm Mike Lascelle and we're going to talk about floating plants this morning. We'll start off with Salvinia, which is almost like a water fern. You can see that as a lovely scalloped texture. You can see from the bottom, actually, it just sits there and floats on the surface. So that's really what defines a floating plant. They're not planted. They simply float in the water and draw up the nutrients. So Salvinia is good for partial shade or shade. And then we've got water fern or Zola here. And you can see it can change color. You can see little smatterings of that coppery red. It can change to that color entirely over time. This one's quite hardy, so if you have a natural pond with a mud sides, you can actually survive from year to year with spores. It will germinate the following year. Probably the most popular is the water hyacinth, which is here. So these are lovely plants. You really don't want to put them outside until the weather is reasonably warm because they come from tropical regions. You see that the roots will actually get about 18 inches long. So these will grow and expand there. You can see there's a little baby pup growing on the side and it already has new roots, and in about a month it'll be its own plant about the same size. So these expand over time and they flower in late summer with a beautiful lilac colored, almost like an iris flower. The reason you want floaters in your pond is because what they do is they shade the algae that's in your pond to keep the light, keep them from growing. Also, the roots draw up all the nutrients from the water, whether that's fish urine or decomposing plants. So they'll compete with the algae so that it doesn't take over in your pond. Most of these are tropical in nature. The Salvinia and the water hyacinth, they're going to last till a hard frost. After that, you want to take a net, scoop them out of your pond and put them in your compost. You do not want them to decompose in your pond because all those nutrients they've locked up will go right back into your pond and feed the algae the following season. That said, they make really good compost. The other important aspect about floaters is that they keep your fish safe. Your fish can hide underneath so those pesky raccoons or blue herons can't get their morning snack.